Hi guys, so I talk a lot about spiritual awakening, I talk a lot about libido empowerment, I talk about toxic metaframing, and I talk about healing modalities, those four pillars you could almost say. With that, my life is starting to begin to change and become totally different than it was before. And today, a 17-year-old Ukrainian woman contacted me. She's actually more of a Czech girl because she's lived most of her years in Czech Republic, and she said that she wants to travel with me and she wants to get to know me. And so that's a direct result of libido empowerment, because without libido empowerment and the direction of libido empowerment, I wouldn't have even have done the video that caused her to contact me. So that's a direct result of libido empowerment, and this is what I teach, and it's much better than anything that Andrew Tate could ever live by, because the problem with Andrew Tate is literally that he does toxic metaframing, so he alienates a lot of people, and because he's a narcissist. And with libido empowerment, you're actually doing the opposite. You're actually attracting people to you rather than away from you, and you never talk bad about other people in terms of like putting them down, especially not if you're in direct contact with them. If it's like general, like, I don't know, this politician, whatever, it doesn't matter. But you never talk to someone directly and put them down, which Andrew Tate does all the time. Some people call it motivation. It's not motivation. It's actually very toxic talking. And there's different types of motivation, and this is definitely not real healthy motivation. It's not healthy behavior. It really destroys the other person a lot of times. So and plus he alienates a lot of women, so he might attract a few, but those few are not really that interesting. And with libido empowerment, you pull more and more women and more people towards you. So it's actually the opposite, and people are more and more intrigued as to what you have to say without having to revert to materialistic. I mean, let's face it, if Andrew Tate didn't show off his Bugatti and he didn't show off his cars and his watch, would you be interested in him? Probably not. He's basically a pretty uninteresting person with strong viewpoints, but it really doesn't change that much. It's literally just the money that attracts you to him. And that's what libido empowerment is different, because libido empowerment amplifies your sacral chakra, so people are interested in why you are so joyful, or they want to have also this joy. How come you live your life so freely and are still joyful? How come things materialize without effort? That's what libido empowerment is about, not this insane striving for materialistic gain. This is libido empowerment is more about joy. And eventually a lot of girls feel that, because what do we truly want? We want to have a joyful life. And if somebody projects that joy, then we want to be part of that person's life. And that's literally what libido empowerment is about. And that's why more and more girls are starting to contact me and want to travel with me and want to get to know me. And this is what I try to teach, and for men and for women. So this goes for both genders. It's not related to one specific gender. And so I highly recommend you to learn about libido empowerment on my channel, learn about toxic metaframing, learn about the healing modalities, learn about spiritual awakening. All four are necessary for an incredible life to build itself without having to put others down or make fun of others or whatever. It's absolutely not necessary. And so for all girls that are interested, that want to travel with me, you can get in touch with me all the time. I'm super open, all nationalities, all countries. And today I'm a little bit tired, but anytime, for example, so I was about to go to sleep, and then I asked myself, what is my highest libido empowerment before I go to sleep? And I was like, make another Japanese ASMR video. So I did that. And I did one with spiritual awakening, because I thought it's going to be fun if the Japanese, which is a very strict society, if they confront it with spiritual awakening, because I don't believe there's anybody talking about spiritual awakening in the Japanese society. So this is going to be very interesting. So I'm going to make several videos on spiritual awakening for ASMR listeners in Japan. It's going to be super exciting. I want to do that in different languages because we mostly have that only in English. And the translations are very few in between. I mean, Eckhart Tolle's book Power of Now has been translated to a lot of languages, but that's like so many years ago. So there's no active YouTuber in many languages that talks about spiritual awakening. So I think that could be very interesting also, and plus it helps me with libido empowerment. I really want to get to know Japanese girls, so I really want this to blow up in Japan, and we'll see what happens. I mean, the only bad thing is that I'm getting older and older, and I should have done this like 15 years ago, at least, if not 20 years ago. But it's still very exciting, and I definitely wanna go to Japan without doubt. And I want to live with more girls together, so not just one girl, so 2 or 3 or 4 girls, and maybe make all 4 pregnant and they all live under one roof. So that would be very interesting. And so yeah, and libido empowerment will take me to that place sooner or later. And the thing is about libido empowerment, it's really not what you get, it's more about what if you feel joy and sexuality, and open your sacral chakra. It's literally about the sacral chakra, whether you open your sacral chakra from day to day, from moment to moment, and if you're living it and really enjoying it. And that what makes it such a big difference to many other philosophies, like for example law of attraction, visualizing something in the future, blah blah blah, that you might get some point. This libido empowerment is literally going from one decision to the next without thinking how it's going to come about in real life. So you're literally just opening your sacral chakra by making the decisions in that way, and then it starts to develop itself, you could say. You're just putting the energy, you're just opening the energy. So it's very interesting. And yeah, otherwise the 17-year-old would have never gotten in touch with me, and she's like the 6th or 7th woman that's getting in touch with me, and still my presence online, TikTok, whatever, YouTube, is still very small. So and the next days, if I find a place where I'm gonna stay for a little bit longer, I'm gonna launch a lot of online projects which are going to help with libido empowerment from day to day, from moment to moment. So it's very interesting. And yeah, I hope you enjoy my journey, and maybe you pick something up that also helps you. It's going to be very interesting.